Hello students, so I hope you are in practice at your home. So today I am going to discuss about line graphs and linear graphs, and I am going to draw some graph from exercise 23. So the first problem from exercise 23 is the following table depicts the maximum temperature on the 7 days of a particular week. Study the table and draw a line graph for the same. So the table has been drawn already. So days are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and maximum temperature in centigrade. So Sunday is 25 degrees centigrade, Monday 28 degrees centigrade, and Tuesday 26, 32, 29, 34 and 31. These are the given data. Now we have to draw a line graph for this given data. So at first we have to draw x-axis and y-axis. So at first we have to draw x-axis and then y-axis. So it is OX, that means x-axis, and it is OY, that means y-axis. Now according to the given data, we have to take the days along x-axis. So and along y-axis we have to take temperature. So here maximum temperature in degrees centigrade. So along y-axis we have to take temperature and along x-axis we have to take days. So first we have to take Sunday, then Monday, then Tuesday, then Thursday, then Friday and then Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday and then Saturday. Okay, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. These are the days, and along y-axis we have to take degree centigrade. So that means we have to take 1 unit is equals to 5 degrees centigrade. So it is 5, 10, then 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40. So maximum temperature here is given is 34. So 40 is enough. Here we have to write the scale also. So scale along y-axis 1 unit is equals to 5 degrees centigrade. Here 1 unit is equals to 5 degrees centigrade. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40. Now on Sunday the temperature was 25 degrees centigrade. So it is 25. This is 25 degrees centigrade. Then on Monday 28. So here you can see that students, in 1 unit there are 10 small lines. In 1 unit there are 10 small lines. That means one box has been divided into 10 equal parts. So I have taken 1 unit is equals to 5. So that means 2 small lines is equals to 1. So here if we want to take 28, then after 25 we have to take 6 small lines. So here it is 28. Then 26, Tuesday is 26, that means this one is 26. Then Wednesday is 32, so it is 30, 32. Then Thursday is 29, Thursday is 29. Then Friday is 34, it is 34, and Saturday is 31, is 31. Now after this we have to join these points. So join all the points. So our line graph is completed. I hope all of you understood, students. Next problem. Next I am going to solve problem number 3. So at first we have to draw the given table. And here and this one is gross profit. Gross profit in lakhs. So in 2013 the profit was 17 lakhs. In 2014 the profit was 15.5 lakhs. In 2015 the profit was 11.4 lakhs. In 2016 the profit was 12.1 lakhs, and in 2017 the profit was 14.9 lakhs. So this is the given data, students. Now we have to draw a line graph for this given data. So for this mass we have to do the same. So at first we have to draw x axis and y axis. And this one is x axis and then this one is y axis. Now along x axis we have to take years. So first one is 2013. It is 2013. Then next one is 2014. Next 2015, 2016 and 2017. So 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016 and 2017. And along y axis we have to take gross profit. So along y axis we have to take gross profit in lakhs, and along x axis we have already taken year. Now we have to choose a suitable scale for this given data. So if we take if we take 2 units is equals to 10. If we take 2 units is equals to 10 and 20, 30 like this 40. So I have taken 2 units is equals to 10. So scale, we have to write scale also. Scale along y axis 2 units is equals to 10 lakhs. So that means 1 unit is equals to 5 lakhs. So we can write also 1 unit is equals to 5 lakhs. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So here you can also write that 1 unit is equals to 5 lakhs. Okay, you can write also 1 unit is equals to 5 lakhs. Now first one is in 2013 the profit was 17 lakhs. So where is 17? So here concentrate, students. If 1 unit is equals to 5 lakhs, 1 unit is equals to 5, and this 1 unit has been divided into 10 equal parts. So that means 2 small lines, that means 1. So 17, where is 17? After 15, 4 lines we have to take. So this one is 17. In 2014 it is 15.5. So 15 is here and 0.5. If two lines is 1, that means one line is equals to 0.5. I repeat once again, if two lines is equals to 1, that means one line is equals to 0.5. So 15.5 is here. Again 11.4 in 2015, 11.4. So it is 10, 11 and 4 means approx one small line. So it is 11.4. Then 12.1 2016, it is 12.1, 10. This one is 12 and 12.1. And 2017 is 14.9. 14.9. So this one is 14. 14.9 means approx 15. Now we have to draw. We have to join these points. So join these points. So our line graph is completed. I hope all of you understood, students. Now next is problem number 5. So at first we have to draw the given table. So first one is year. First one is year, and it is percentage of students who dropped out of school. Percentage of students who dropped out of school. So first one is 2005. In 2005, 6% students dropped out. In 2007, 5.5%. 2009, 5%. 2011, 4.7%. 2013, 4.9%. 2015, 4%, and 2017 is 4.5%. So this is the given data. Now we have to draw one line graph for the given data. Now for this, at first we have to take one graph paper and we have to draw first x axis and y axis. This is x axis and this one is y axis. Now first one is 2005. So 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016 and 2017. Clear? 2017. So 2005 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. I have taken one extra, no problem. Now along x axis we have to take year, which is already taken, and along y axis we have to take percentage of dropped out students. Along y axis we have to take percentage of dropped out students. Now scale, we have to choose a suitable scale for this. So if we choose 1 unit for 1%, we can choose 1 unit is equals to 1%. So scale, we have to write also scale along y axis 1 unit is equals to 1%, because these are the percentage of students dropped out. So in 2005 6% students are dropped out. So 6%, so here it is 6. Then 2007 5.5%, 2007, so this is 2007 and 5.5, so this one is 5.5. Then 2009, in 2009 5%, so here it is 5%. Then 2011 is 4.7%, 2011 it is 4 and 4.7%, this one is 4.7. Then 2012, 2013, 2012 is not given. Now 2013 is 4.9, so 2013 it is 4 and 4.9. So here students, you can see that it is very easy to find out, because I have taken 1 unit is equals to 1%, and 1 unit is divided into 10 equal parts. So that means if 4.9, so that means after 4, if we want to point out this point 4.9, so that means we have to take after 4 9 small lines, so that means 4.9. In 2015 it is 4%, so this one is 4%, and in 2017 it is 4.5%, so this one is 4.5. Now all the data already find out, so we have to draw the line. So join this point with the use of the scale. So our line graph is ready. I hope all of you understood, students. Now next, problem number 6. So it is given that the following chart gives the growth in height in terms of percentage of full height of boys and girls with their respective ages. Study the table and draw the line graph of the data given below. So here two different data is given, one for boys and one for girls. So let me draw the table first. So first one is age in years, and then second line for the boys, and then third row for the girls. So at the age of 8, the boys percentage is 72% and girls percentage 77%. This is the percentage given, that the growth in height, the percentage given for growth in height. At the age of 8, the growth of boys is 72% and girls is 77%. Now at the age of 9, at the age of 9, 75% and 81%. Then at the age of 10, 78% for boys and 84% for girls. At the age of 11, boys is 81% and girls is 88%. At the age of 12, 84% for boys and 91%. At the age of 13, 88% for boys and 95% for girls. At the age of 14, 92% for boys and 98% for girls. At the age of 15, 95% for boys and 99% for girls. At the age of 16, 98% for boys and 99.5% for girls. At the age of 17, 99% for boys and 100% for girls. And at the age of 18, 100% for boys and 100% for girls. Okay, now this is the given data. Now we have to draw the given data on a bar graph. So we have to take one graph paper for this. So at first we have to draw the x-axis and y-axis. So along x-axis we have to take edges. Now we have to draw y-axis. And along y-axis we have to take the percentage. So at first we have to take the edges along x-axis. So edges started from 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So along x-axis these are the edges, and along y-axis we have to take growth in percentage. Growth in height in percentage. Now we have to choose one suitable scale for this given data. So it's better to take 1 unit is equals to 10%. So here scale along y-axis 1 unit is equals to 10%. Now at the age of 8, so at first we have to take the boys percentage. So at first at the age of 8, 72%. So here along y-axis we have to write the percentage also, which I have taken. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. Now at the age of 8, the percentage, boys percentage is 72%. So 70 and it is 72%. Then at the age of 9 it is 75%. This one is 75. Then 78% at the age of 10. This one is 78. Then at the age of 11 it is 81%. So this one is 81. Then for 12 it is 84%. This one is 84. For 13 88%. For 14 92%. For 15 95%. For 16 98%. For 17 99% and for 18 100%. Now we have to join these points. Okay. So this one for boys. Now we have to draw. Sorry, this one is not. This one is 99 and 100. Now we have to draw for girls. So for girls, first one is 77. At the age of 8, we have to take 77. So this one is 77. 81 for 9 it is 81. For 10 84. For 11 88. For 12 91. For 13 95. For 14 98. For 15 99. For 16 99.5, and then 17 is 100, also 18 is 100. Now we have to join this point using a dotted line. We have to draw one dotted line for these particular points. We have to draw one dotted line for these points. Because two line graphs are there, one for boys and another one for girls, and here one main important point is that here we have to draw two boxes, one for boys and one for girls. So boys for this line and girls for dotted line. So here we have to write this one for boys and this one for girls. Now our line graph is completed. So I hope all of you understood, students. Now you have to practice this portion at your home. Thank you, students.